Psalm 23 is one of the most well-known and beloved passages in the Bible. For generations, millions of people have found peace, hope, and comfort in these words during difficult moments. This psalm was written by King David. Before becoming king, David was a shepherd. Because of this, he deeply understood what it meant to care for, protect, and guide a flock. When David says that the Lord is his shepherd, he is expressing a profound truth. God cares for our lives with love, attention, and faithfulness. The psalm begins with a powerful declaration. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. A shepherd knows his sheep. He protects them. He guides them. And he makes sure they have everything they need to live. When God is our shepherd, we can live with confidence because we know our lives are in safe hands. David continues saying, He makes me lie down in green pastures. Sheep need quiet places where they can eat and rest. In the same way, God wants to lead us to places of peace. Many times our lives become filled with worry, anxiety, or exhaustion. But when we seek God, He brings rest to our souls. Then the psalm says, He leads me beside still waters. Still waters represent peace and security. God guides our lives toward places where we can find calm and restoration. Even when we go through difficult moments, the presence of God can bring serenity to our hearts. Then David declares, He restores my soul. God restores the weary heart. When we are weak, He renews our strength. When we are sad, He comforts us. And when we feel there is no hope, God reminds us that there is still a way forward. The psalm continues. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. God not only cares for our lives, He also guides us. He directs our steps toward the right paths. Even when we do not understand what is happening in our lives, God always knows the way. Then we find one of the most powerful verses in the psalm. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. We all face dark moments in life, moments of difficulty, sadness, or uncertainty. But David declares something extraordinary. I will not fear. Why? Because you are with me. The presence of God completely changes the way we face our problems. Then David says, Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The rod and the staff were tools used by shepherds. With the rod, they protected the sheep. With the staff, they guided them when they strayed from the path. This reminds us that God protects us and also guides us. The psalm continues. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. This means that God can bless our lives even in the middle of difficulties. Circumstances do not limit the power of God. Then David declares, "You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." In the Bible, oil represents blessing and favor. God does not only provide what we need, many times He blesses our lives abundantly. The psalm ends with a declaration of confidence. "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." This means that the goodness of God accompanies us every day. And finally, David declares, "And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." This psalm reminds us that God is a loving shepherd who cares for our lives. No matter what situation you may be facing today, God knows your path. He sees your struggles, and He is with you every step of the way. When we trust in Him, we find peace, even in the middle of life's storms.